What's going on, guys? I'm out here on another winter backpacking trip, and on this trip I'm going to be making a rocket stove or a Swedish torch, depending on what it ends up being. They're pretty similar in design, but they've got a few differences. So let's get to it. All right, so I've gone ahead and cut 4 logs that are about the same length. They can really be any length, 12, 18 inches ish. These are probably about 12 to 14 inches long. And I'm just going with 4 of them. Usually with a rocket stove or a Swedish torch, you would use like just one big log and then quarter it, and then take out some of the corners of each quarter, the inside corners, and that would create an opening on the inside. This wire is pretty rigid, and so it's not going to be the easiest to work with, but I think it'll work pretty good to bind these little logs together. I'm just going to get this loop started, and then I'm going to take a stick and just put it through here, because I want this bundle to be really tight. So I'm going to put it through here, and then I'm going to start to twist. So I went ahead and bound this with a wire, and then I just added one more log to it just to tighten it up a little bit. Now I just got to wait for a little bit later when I'm going to light the fire and see how this thing does. So I decided to make a tripod chair while I was out here and just chill out for a little bit. And yeah, it's really nice. All right, I've got the fire going, and I'm gonna try and get this rocket stove. It's actually a Swedish torch is what it ended up being. The outside of this wood's a little bit wet, so just gonna try and get some of the little wood in here and see if it'll catch. I think that's why they cut a log and then put it together, because it's then that you get the dry inside. This has got all of these logs are wet on the outside, so they're not really going to catch very easily. We'll get it to work though. Not bad for a second attempt. I did attempt it one more time in my previous video, but that was a failure, and I learned from that. We're rocking and rolling right now, so killer. Just cooking some strips of meat over the fire. Should be pretty yummy. This thing's ripping. Don't have a plate, so I'm just going to use this little flat piece of wood right here. Oh man, that is yummy. Honestly, I don't know if this way I've made it is any better than just having a regular fire, but it was fun to make. That's honestly one reason I like to add the bushcraft element into my backpacking trips. It's just because it gives me something fun to do out here. I like to make some of these things and just to test them out and see what works, what doesn't, what I like, what I don't like, and go from there. I don't know, it turned out pretty good. I mean, it's ripping out of that hole right there. This Swedish torch was awesome. It worked pretty well. Yeah, I would make it again. I would make some tweaks on it for sure, and keep trying and getting better at using it. But other than that, just hope you enjoyed the video, and If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. That really helps the channel and just helps me to be able to create new content. Leave a comment also about if you've made a Swedish torch or rocket stove out here in the back while you've been in the backcountry. What other types of bushcraft type stuff would you like to see me do while I'm out here on these trips? Leave it in the comments. Anyway, hope you're all doing well and stay safe out there.